Located in the Medical Arts Building on the corner of Baker and Ward, the oldest drugstore in Nelson will soon be closing. But before it does, let's take a last look at an old-style family drugstore that will soon be no more.
I graduated from the high school in 1939.
That was here in Nelson?
In Nelson. That's the old, I don't know what school it is now, the one up on Latimer Street there.
Oh, Trafalgar.
No,
oh, no,
the one below that. Nelson? Yeah. And after working at the odd job at the CPR, I left there and came up to this location and saw a sign in the window, apprentice wanted. So I thought I'd like to try it, and I did.
You mean in the old days they used to just, you started out being a pharmacist by taking on an apprenticeship?
Took an apprenticeship course, and that was, at that time, a 4-year course. You started here and you washed bottles, swept the floor, weighed out powders. Not too much behind there.
Oh, yeah.
But I had a very understanding boss in Mr. Fleury. Because he was up here in the interior, they could let you do a little more behind the counter than you should.
So after that 4-year apprenticeship, did that qualify you to be a pharmacist?
Well, no. At the end of 2 years, you were supposed to, in the first 2 years, go to what was the Bain School of Pharmacy.
Oh, yeah.
And you would take correspondence courses, and if you felt like writing the minor exams at the end of 2 years, you could pass them, then come back, take the next 2-year course, and if you felt like writing, that would qualify you for a certificate in pharmacy. But unfortunately, after 2 years here as an apprentice, doing all those odd jobs, as I said, dusting and sweeping the floor and washing the windows, and delivery boy.
Yeah.
The war came along, you see, so I joined the service, and I was there for 5 years.
Oh, I see. So you started your apprenticeship before the Second World War?
In 1939.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough after the basic training in the Army and that to get in the medical corps and work in a dispensary there, so that helped.
Oh, I see.
And after the war, I came back, and instead of taking, well, I had to go to university. I could have gone to the Bain School of Pharmacy then, you know, providing I thought I was up to date, but with everybody coming back after the war and meeting all the old fellas, you didn't want to go to school right away. So I enrolled at UBC in 1946, and after a 3- and a 4-year course, due to some setbacks, I finally graduated in 1950 and came back here to work in around February '51.
Oh, I see. So that was, and when you started to work here in 1951, you hadn't bought the store or anything at that time?
No, I hadn't bought the store
employee?
or anything, no. No, I worked for Mrs. Fleury. Mr. Fleury passed on, and at that time, she could keep the store open as long as a druggist would work for her.
Oh,
I had no reason to leave Nelson,
Yeah.
so I worked for her for about 7 years. Finally, she decided to sell the store, so I bought it.
Oh, I see. So there's been a drugstore in this corner for quite some time.
Since
the Fleury's
1933.
Since
He was
33.
here till well, he had it till 1950. He died, he passed away.
Oh, that's
I
incredible.
took it over. Well, I didn't take it over then, but I worked for it. And then I bought it in '62.
Yeah.
Been here ever since. So that's where I get my 40 years from. Probably 1950.
Well, it'd be more than 40 years actually, because if you took your apprenticeship
Yeah,
into
well,
account,
yeah, but that's the way they did it in those days. You worked as an apprentice, and it gave you a good training in a way. You could find out whether you liked working in a store, whether you liked waiting on people. And we worked, for a while they were open every night in the week.
Oh, I see.
And we took turns and just were open Thursday nights. So different hours now, of course.
Well, it seems to me that after all these years, you must have liked what you started to do.
Well, I must stay here this long. That's right. I've enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
There's been times that you get upset at customers, and they get upset at you. That's
Yeah,
only natural
sure.
in business.
Well, I'm sure you must have seen a lot of customers come and go, a lot of people.
Quite a few, yeah. There's, some of them are still around,
Yeah.
and I feel a bit of regret in a way that they're not going to be able to come here, and but things change, and you can't work forever.
Yeah. Since Mr. Mayo's been in the drugstore business here for the last 39 years, have you been more or less a patron of his drugstore all that time?
Yeah, I have.
Uh-huh. And somebody told me that you've never been sick a day in your life, so you don't never have needed a prescription. So what sort of things do you buy when you come here?
I have the same prescriptions. I'm still taking them.
Oh, I see. So nothing has changed.
No, it hasn't. No, I've had the flu and colds, the same as anybody else. But actually, I haven't had any very hard diseases.
Can you tell me a little bit about Mr. Mayo over the years that I guess you've known him for a long time?
I've known him since he was in the business. And he's always been a very good owner. And you know, I don't know about other people, myself, I like to deal at the store. When you come in, they're very pleased to see you.
Well, that's true. And this is one of the old style drugstores, that's
The
for
old
sure.
style. And if they have time, they will speak a few words to you. If they can't, well, you know why.
Yeah,
They're
they're usually busy. That's right. So do you know any juicy stories about Mr. Mayo that you can tell us?
No.
No juicy stories at all.
No. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
These are the ladies that work for Mr. Mayo, and I have...
Karen.
And Diane.
So, tell me, how long have you been working for Mr. Mayo here?
Almost 5 years this year.
And I've been here about six years this time and a year and a half once before.
Is he a pretty good guy to work for?
Best.
Yeah, he is. He's really good.
Very good.
So, do you know what you're going to be doing after he closes down? Are you another job, or are you just going to take it easy? Or?
You can't say.
I'm going to take it easy for a couple of months.
And I'm going to work at Shoppers.
Oh, I see. Over the years that you have worked here, are there any sort of stories or anecdotes that come to mind that kind of stand out about, working for Harold? Or
But I'm finding it for him.
I had good training under Mr. Fleury. I mean, he made sure that I did everything right and welcomed the people and showed me how to treat them, and that's the main thing, I think.
I think so.
We had delivery service then. I was the delivery boy.
Oh, is that right?
But at that time, then when I got back, they still had it for a while. I think there's a list on the wall downstairs of about 15 of them that they all wrote their name on the wall in the basement, about 15 boys that, but none of them took pharmacy.
Yeah,
I guess
boy,
they didn't like the hours.
No. But I guess it can really and truly be said that you started from the ground up in this business,
In
that's
that,
for sure.
yes, yeah.
That's
We,
amazing.
as I say, I had good training. And I found that at the university, any of the ones that were going to university, not all of them, that had some training in the back did better in their dispensing exams than the ones at the coast.
Yeah.
Because at that time, I guess they still don't do it, I don't know, but they wouldn't let them in the dispensary. I suppose Mr. Fleury was sort of bending the rules a bit, but I got a chance to do more stuff that way, so it helped out in the end at the
Yeah, I'm sure it
final
gave you a
exam.
better overview of what the business was all about.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, something that it just isn't done anymore, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't know. Now they go to the university, which is true, and it's a tough course. And then they have to spend a year in a store to fill in their practical time. But whether that's enough, I can't answer that.
Yeah.
They would be able to tell you that.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about when they filmed Roxanne the movie here?
It was interesting. It took a day to film, 2 minutes? It was
Oh,
really,
because they had a scene in the drugstore here.
yeah, they did, yeah, standing right there. Yeah, it was really good, yeah. She sold him some blush. But it took all day long, so that was
Found out
something.
how hard they work.
Yeah.
They shoot from both angles, and it was really interesting. We sat the whole day and watched them.
Oh, so you were actually able to be inside the drugstore here?
Yeah, we
We
were
sat
upstairs.
upstairs and
Yeah,
watched
they
them
took
all
all
day
this
long.
out here. This is where they did it right here. But yeah, it was interesting.
Did you get a chance to meet any of the actors and actresses, or just from a distance?
Just from a distance. But they did come in, like when they're like even before they were shooting here. We had Olivia Newton-John was in the store too, because her husband starred in the movie too.
He was
Yeah.
a director, I think,
Yeah.
one of the directors.
Yeah, so that was
Sold her baby
interesting.
things. She had her baby with her.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, there you go. One of the real perks of working in a drugstore in the corner of Nelson, Baker and Ward and Nelson.
People used to came for a long time, and they'd say, "Is this the drugstore where Roxanne was shot?" And they'd just
From the
walk around
States
and stare at
and everything,
things from Texas and all over.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
It was fun.
Did they ask you for autographs by any chance?
No, we weren't in the movie. They wouldn't let us be in the movie. Kept on saying, "Sit down, we can see you."
Yeah, we can see you. Get back.
Couldn't help but noticing whenever I came into your store, these pictures that you have on the shelves. And they're quite remarkable in their own right. And I was wondering if there was any kind of a story behind that. Or
No, one of the drug companies, the Park Davis Company, put them out and gave them to the druggists that wanted them. And they, I don't know how many sets they gave out. I've seen other stores with them in, but they took them off the market after a few years and put out one on the medical doctor one.
oh, I see.
But I don't think they're as impressive as those.
No, they're quite nice. I've
Yeah,
always
they are.
admired them. It gives the store kind of a
Yes,
special quality.
Yeah, they're good pictures.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about your own personal background, about your parents, like where they came from? and
Well,
what did they do?
My parents came here from, we were transferred here from Winnipeg. He was with the CPR, and he heard Nelson was a nice place to live and good weather, so out he came. And I came here in 1935.
Oh, I see. And your dad was working for CPR? at
With
that time?
CPR, yes.
Yeah. And then you went to school here for
Went to
4
school here
years.
for, yeah, grade 10 to senior matric. That'd be grade 10, 11, 12, and 13 at
Oh,
that time.
13, yeah, that's right.
13,
You don't
yeah.
do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore, no, that's right.
Yeah. Are you married and do you have children?
Yes, I'm married, and my wife's name is Lynn, and I have 3 daughters, and they're all married, and I have 4 grandchildren, and they're spread around the country. One's in Vancouver, one's in Leduc, and the other one's down in London, Ontario, which I hope to visit once I leave this store.
Oh, right. Do you, I've heard that you're quite the golf, I wouldn't say fanatic, but quite the golfer, let's say.
Well, I had something here. I don't know where it is. Somebody must have took it. It says I have a golf nut on it, but I don't see it
Oh.
up there. Anyway, yes, I played a lot of sports. As soon as I came here, I got into, never saw the game of lacrosse, and I took that up, and then in the wintertime I took up junior hockey,
Oh, yeah.
and then fastball, which is the other version of softball. But when I got older, I quit all those and started golf.
Started golfing.
Done it, played it ever since.
So basically all those hard and fast sports were when you were a younger
A
fella.
lot younger, that's right, yes.
Actually, I remember my mother-in-law was telling me that she was talking to one of her friends, and her husband, when he was a little boy, you guys used to play hockey out on the lake when it used to freeze
Oh
over.
yes, you used to play on the lake, and you could skate up to 5 Mile and back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been something. We don't get those
You
cold
don't
winters
get that
anymore.
anymore. Well, the dams finished that, you see.
Yeah,
Lowered the water, I guess. And hasn't been as cold either.
that's true.
It freezes a bit now, as you've noticed,
Yeah,
but
nothing like it used
nothing
to.
like it used to, no.
Well, when you played lacrosse, did you play in a league? Was there
Yeah, we
league?
had the junior league here. I lived down in by the Hume School, which was Fairview, and I was called Bogustown in those days. But I played lacrosse, and we used to play against Roslyn and Trail,
Yeah.
and we won the championship here one year, and then went over to the interior over in Armstrong and won that title. Then I got promoted up to the senior, and we played with a real good league of Trail, Roslyn, and ourselves. In fact, they had one team come up from the coast. I didn't play at the time, but they were quite a surprise when they found the caliber of lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
in
It's been a long
Nelson.
time since
Yeah.
lacrosse has been played here, I'm sure.
Yes, it fell down during the war, and there was a bit after the war because when I was going to university, I came back and played
Oh, I see.
for a time.
Yeah. Well, that's been pretty much superseded by
It's-
hockey
yeah,
now, I guess.
Hockey now, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, what kind of handicap do you have in golf?
Left-handed.
Left-handed.
Yeah. Oh, anywhere from 14 to 16.
Yeah.
I hope it'll be get down now that I get more chance to play.
Well, it's a good time to be taking up golf. I mean, since Balfour is building a
That's
golf
right.
course and ours is
Oh,
expanding
there's
to 18
lots
holes.
of courses to go to now, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to be asked if you had a philosophy of life, would you have one? Is there something that sort of you think?
Well, the only philosophy I have had, and I guess because I was here in the business, that treat them like you'd like to be treated yourself,
Yeah.
really. And if you can set your mind on what you want to be, try and get to it, but that's not always possible.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't give them any other advice than that.
Get up early in the morning and go to work. Don't miss a day, right?
Well, that's what happens in this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're finally at your retirement, any big plans, travel or?
I'll probably travel later on when I get things settled here, you know. And, not used to traveling and taking my time. I don't know what it's going to be like
Yeah, I'm sure.
when I've gone on a short holiday. We're in a rush to get there and a rush to get back. You know, just have to take our time and loaf along the way.
Good idea.
You know.
Any particular place that you have in mind that you'd like to travel to, or?
Well, we like to go to Reno.
Yeah, right.
Everybody
Spend all your hard-earned money.
Yeah, go to Reno, but I'd like to go down south, maybe farther, and
Yeah.
stay a while.
Somewhere where it's warmer.
Warmer, yeah, but I still like Canada really
Oh,
better
yeah.
than the States.
Well, you can do what a lot of people do, I guess. In the wintertime, take
Yeah.
off for the
Yeah.
south and
But
fly back.
I'll travel around, I guess, like my wife said the other day. We've never been to Prince George or any of those
Sure.
places, and now I got a chance to. It's too hard to get away, you see.
Yeah.
I guess I've been stuck here too long.
Too long.
You know.
Yeah. Well, how old are you now?
Do you have to know?
Do I have to know?
70.
Well, 70. Oh, 70.
70 years
Well,
old.
you're long past due for your
Yeah,
retirement.
oh, yes.
Actually, I was looking at a picture back there where there's a bunch of your friends holding signs up there.
Yeah,
That was your official retirement when you were
official
65.
retirement as far as they were concerned, yes.
Yeah. So what did they do? Just show up one morning outside your
They
store? with
just
these
showed
picket
up
signs?
one morning with some placards and got a hold of me and marched me around the store and out in the street and then brought me back in.
And everybody thought you'd gone on strike for
And
the day.
everybody wanted to know what I did. What did I do now?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they were good friends of mine.
I suppose with your retirement too, as well as traveling, you'll probably do a lot of golfing and
I'll do as much golfing as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like to go traveling, and I golf, and the shopping centers are open for my wife to go to, so it
yeah,
works out well that way.
sure. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I'm sure we'll see you around town again.
I think so.
Thank you very much. Good luck with your
Probably
retirement.
walking up and down the street or something to do.
Something to do.
They
Great.
say it's a different change, all right,
Yeah.
and I'll have to get used to it, you know.
Yeah. On February 28th, Harold Mayo will lock up for the last time. For him, this will be the end of a long and rewarding career and the beginning of a well-earned retirement. But for Nelson, this will be the end of an era. There has been a family drugstore in this corner for 58 years. When the doors close for the last time, they will close on a long piece of Nelson's history. Like the song says, you don't know what you've got till it's gone.